While we're teaching letter recognition, we're also going to teach letter writing. Now, I'd like to mention just 3 things about letter writing because the rest of it is self-explanatory. Number 1, before we teach any letter forms, we're going to teach basic strokes. And that would be full space lines and half space lines, full space circles and half space circles. Of course, you would make them correctly, though. All right, 2, we're going to teach the capital letter and small letter together. Now, the reason for that is because about half of the small letters do not resemble the capital letters. And when the students see them together constantly, it greatly facilitates recognition. Number 3, we're going to teach letter writing in a sequence. We're going to begin with A and move right through to Z. Now, the reason for that is because we are teaching letter recognition in a sequence. We took out the first 5 letters and we shuffled them. And we did not move ahead until the students mastered these first 5 letters, the capitals and lowercase. When you correlate letter writing with letter recognition, it's a powerful reinforcement. This brings us to testing. Now, testing is a valuable aid to the teacher and to the students because it lets them know how well they're doing. And it's also very enjoyable when it's possible for everyone to succeed. We'll just go through some of these tests. All of these tests are in Super Seat Work Letter Recognition. For example, the one that you see on the bottom of that page would look like this. Now, you would tell your students to put their finger in the first block, and then you would say, put a circle around the letter D. If they cannot recall the letter D, they would check on their alphabet strip, A, B, C, D, so they would know it's a D. Now, you will know when to give a test without the alphabet strip. You go to the next block, please put a circle around the letter G. You're not sure? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. This is a letter match test, where they match the capital with the lowercase. Now, in the case of B, if they're not sure which one is a B, which way it goes, they simply look on the strip and they say B, it goes this way, so it must be, this must be the answer, and so forth. And I'll show you just one more test that's in here, where they have to write in the corresponding letter. For example, this capital A, they write small a. This capital G, they can't recall the small g. They look up here and they say, well, this capital G, there's small g, and they write that in. Is a written exercise, and I'd like to do that with you. You give each student gets a piece of paper that's folded into these sections, and if you in the viewing audience would take a piece of paper and follow along, you can put yourself in the place of your students and experience the test. You put the paper, they will have a piece of paper like that. Now, you would say to them, put your finger in the first block. Please make a capital B. Now, let's check that. A, B. How many had it right? If it wasn't correct, please correct it. Go to the next block and please make a capital E. Now, let's check that together. A, B, C, D, E. How many had it correct? Go to the next block and make a capital C. Let's check that. A, B, C. How many had it correct? Go to the next block and make a capital D. Let's check that. A, B, C, D. If it's not correct, please correct it. Now put your finger in the first block on the bottom and please make a small b. All right, let's check that. A, B. How many had it correct? Go to the next block and make a small e. Let's check that. A, B, C, D, E. If it's not correct, please correct it. Go to the next block and make a small d. Let's check that. A, B, C, D. It goes the other way. Please correct it. Go to the next block and please make a small c. Please check it. A, B, C. All right, very good. Once your students know the names of the letters, they're already halfway through knowing the sounds of the letters because most of the letter sounds resemble the letter names. For example, when you say T, don't you hear the sound T? Mm-hmm. Or if you say S, didn't you hear the sound S? Mm-hmm. However, when you say Y, do you hear the sound Y?
No.
No, you don't. Or if you say W, do you hear the sound W?
No.
No. That's why we're going to divide our consonants into two categories, the good guys and the tough guys. The good guys will talk to you, but the tough guys won't talk. We will divide the phonic period into 3 activities each day. The first activity is flashcard review. During the flashcard review, we're going to review all of the flashcards that have been previously introduced, whether or not the children appear to have mastered them. Never assume that they will retain information unless it is constantly reinforced. For example, we will continue to review the set 2 alphabet cards. One day do the capital letters, then shuffle the cards. The next day do the small letters, then shuffle the cards, and continue that way. As new information is introduced, include it in the flashcard review. In its completion, the flashcard review will take less than 5 minutes, and it will equip the children with mastery at their fingertips. 2 is introduction of new material. At this time, introduce new phonic information as it is needed. For example, we are now ready to introduce the good guys. 3 is follow-up activity. At this time, do a written exercise or a reinforcement activity that is guided by the teacher. When this procedure is followed daily, you will observe your students growing steadily in skill and confidence. And we are now ready to teach the good guys.